Welcome to Elderly Care, where every moment of life is cherished and celebrated. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. And if you're returning, welcome back, dear friend. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with others who can benefit from these heartfelt messages. Your support helps spread wisdom and love to even more people. Today, let's gently explore an important topic that many overlook: the 10 ugly habits in old age that could quietly push others away, and how small changes can bring more warmth and connection into our lives. As we journey into our later years, life begins to offer a slower rhythm, a softer melody, and a deeper perspective. There is a beauty in aging, a grace that only those who have traveled far can truly understand. Yet somewhere along this winding path, small habits, unnoticed and unspoken, can quietly build walls between us and the people around us. The truth is, no one likes to talk about these things. Out of politeness, out of respect, or simply out of discomfort, younger people often hold back their words. But the silence does not erase the feelings. It merely leaves confusion hanging in the air, a faint unease that neither side knows quite how to address. Today, I want to gently walk with you into this quiet space, not to judge, not to criticize, but to shine a soft light on the habits that might be unknowingly pushing others away. These are not failings. They are simply little shadows that we all, if we are brave enough, can learn to see and transform. The goal is not to chase perfection, but to deepen our connections, to preserve the dignity and warmth that make old age something to be celebrated, not endured. Research and many heartfelt conversations with elderly care specialists, psychologists, and even seniors themselves reveal that these habits are surprisingly common. Yet, because they are rarely spoken about openly, many carry on unaware, wondering why the world around them feels colder, why visits become shorter, why invitations quietly dwindle. The good news is, awareness changes everything. Small shifts in behavior, guided by understanding and compassion, can restore bridges that seemed lost. So let us begin, gently, thoughtfully, and with deep respect for the beautiful life you have lived, to uncover the habits that sometimes stand between us and the closeness we still long for, one complaining too much. The first habit often goes unnoticed because it grows out of loneliness and the deep need for connection. It is natural to want to share burdens. Pain, loss, and frustrations deserve space. Yet when every meeting becomes an endless catalogue of complaints, it weighs heavily on the listener's heart. Over time, younger people may start to associate our presence with negativity, feeling emotionally drained after every interaction. A conscious balance is needed to share our troubles, yes, but also our laughter, curiosity, and gratitude. We all have stories that can lift spirits if only we choose to tell them. 2. Clinging to outdated opinions. The second habit is the stubbornness that sometimes creeps in with age. The belief that the ways of the past are the only correct ways. Wisdom and experience should be gifts we offer with open hands, not weapons wielded to silence new voices. Younger generations live in a rapidly changing world, dismissing their choices or clinging rigidly to the way it used to be only alienates us. Remaining curious, asking questions, and showing genuine interest keeps conversations alive and relationships thriving. 3. Neglecting personal hygiene. The third habit is sensitive but vital. As mobility decreases and senses weaken, personal grooming can be easily overlooked. Yet, unnoticed body odors, disheveled clothing, or unkempt appearances can quietly push others away. Now, no one wants to hurt our feelings, so they stay silent. But they feel it. Maintaining dignity in our appearance is not vanity. It is an act of love and respect toward ourselves and those who spend time with us. Seeking help when needed is a strength, not a weakness. 4. Repeating the same stories endlessly. The fourth habit is the endless retelling of the same memories without realizing it. Memory changes with age, and repetition is understandable. Yet when every conversation becomes a loop, younger friends and family may disengage. They crave interaction, not monologues. We can still share our cherished memories but remain attentive, ask questions, invite stories from others, and create new memories together. Being pessimistic about the future. The fifth habit is speaking with constant gloom about the future, about aging, illness, and the decay of the world. While realism has its place, relentless negativity drains the spirit of those around us. It burdens the air with hopelessness. Choosing instead to speak of small joys, moments of resilience, and simple pleasures can be like offering a warm cup of tea on a cold day. Optimism, however small, can light up even the darkest corners. 6. Criticizing others' life choices. The sixth habit is the frequent criticism of others' decisions, especially the younger generations. Parenting styles, career paths, relationships all become points of judgment. Yet unsolicited criticism feels like rejection and wounds pride. It sows distance rather than intimacy. Trusting others to navigate their own paths, offering gentle support when asked, and remembering how we too once needed freedom to make mistakes, these acts invite deeper trust and stronger bonds. 7. Talking only about oneself. The seventh habit is withdrawing into self-centeredness, speaking mostly about our own needs, memories, and experiences. Life becomes narrower with age, that is natural, but connection demands mutual interest. Taking time to ask about others' lives, listening deeply, remembering small details they share, this creates a beautiful exchange that nourishes both sides. Relationships, like gardens, require tending, not just harvesting. 8. Over-involving in others' finances. The eighth habit is becoming too entangled in financial conversations, criticizing spending habits, worrying aloud about inheritance, or attempting to control monetary decisions. Money is a deeply sensitive subject. Respecting boundaries, offering advice only when invited, and focusing instead on emotional connection preserves dignity and prevents resentment from taking root. 9. Being blunt in the name of honesty. The ninth habit is using bluntness under the guise of being honest. While honesty is important, unfiltered comments about someone's weight, appearance, or choices can cut deeply. Age does not excuse cruelty. Words, even when true, must be delivered with care and compassion. Kindness does not dilute honesty. It refines it. 10. Playing the victim too often. The 10th habit is framing oneself too often as the victim. Feeling ignored, neglected, or unappreciated is real and painful. Yet constantly portraying ourselves as helpless drives others away rather than pulling them closer. Strength, resilience, and quiet dignity draw people like a magnet. Owning our feelings without letting them define us creates an atmosphere where respect and love flourish naturally. Each of these 10 habits has roots in very human emotions: longing, fear, pride, and the deep need for belonging. They are not moral failings. They are simply signposts showing us where gentle attention and care are needed. There is no shame in recognizing them. In fact, there is great courage in seeing oneself clearly and choosing to evolve. Life after 60, 70, 80, even 90 can be a time of incredible emotional richness, of relationships deepened by mutual respect, laughter, and shared wonder. Imagine for a moment living each day as someone whom people are drawn to, not out of duty, but out of joy. Imagine being remembered as a source of light and warmth, not burden or bitterness. It is not too late. It never is. Change begins with small, conscious choices. Perhaps today it is simply smiling instead of sighing. Perhaps it is asking a grandchild about their dreams without offering advice unless asked. Perhaps it is noticing the first spring flower and sharing that small wonder instead of another complaint about the weather. The beauty of these changes is that they nourish us too. They return to us the joy we sometimes thought lost to time. They remind us that while our bodies may change, the spirit inside us, curious, kind, vibrant, remains our truest self. We are not meant to fade quietly into isolation. We are meant to ripen like late summer fruit, rich and sweet, offering nourishment to all who come near. And when the day comes that we ourselves look back on these later years, let it not be with regret or sorrow. Let it be with a smile, knowing we lived with grace, loved boldly, adapted bravely, and shone brightly even as the seasons changed. Because at the heart of it all, the secret to aging beautifully is simple. Stay soft where life tempts you to harden. Stay open where fear urges you to close. Stay loving where disappointment dares you to withdraw. And always, always choose connection over withdrawal, curiosity over judgment, tenderness over pride. The years ahead can be filled with laughter, tenderness, new friendships, deeper family ties, and even fresh adventures. But they are not automatic. They are built, moment by moment, choice by choice. You are not alone on this path. You walk in the company of millions who seek the same thing, to live and love well, right to the last beautiful breath. So take heart, be brave, be tender, and know that by choosing to see and change even the small habits, you are shaping a life that remains a blessing to yourself and to everyone lucky enough to know you. As we gently come to the end of today's reflection, remember that aging is not just about the passing of time, but about deepening the beauty within us. Each small habit we choose to change becomes a quiet act of love for ourselves and for those who walk beside us. It is never too late to grow softer, wiser, and more gracious. Thank you for spending this meaningful time with elderly care. Stay kind to your heart, stay gentle with your journey, and know that your life continues to inspire more than you may ever realize. Until we meet again, take good care of yourself and those you love.